While in Ethiopia, I was, monitoring the Carmelo Anthony case. And as a lot of you know, Carmelo Anthony, was at a track meet, and you had a guy by the name of Austin Metcalf. He was known to be this bully, him and his brother. And allegedly, Carmelo was sitting in a place that he don't supposed to be. And they told him he shouldn't be there. And they decided to try to put hands on him to make him move. Austin didn't go get a school administrator, didn't get campus police involved, didn't get anybody involved to maybe assist with something or maybe to find out what was right. Austin, being a bully that he is, he decided to try to put hands on Carmelo. Carmelo said, "Hey, man, touch me again and watch what happens." Well, Austin decides to go ahead and put hands on Carmelo, and Carmelo poked him one good time. He poked him in the heart. And that was it. That was it for Austin, right? Now, in Texas, that would definitely go on the line of a stand your ground case, right? Because under Texas law, you have no duty to retreat under Texas law. You can protect yourself from any kind of force that someone is putting on you, according to the stand your ground laws in Texas, right? In school, in kindergarten, we was taught to keep our hands to ourselves. And if Austin would have kept his hands to himself, he would still be alive today. But he didn't follow what he was taught in kindergarten, to not keep his hands to himself, because Carmelo told him, "Touch me and watch what happens." Now, clearly, when somebody telling you to touch me, in other words, you put your hands on me and watch what happens, that means they're warning you. Don't put your hands on me. But clearly, Austin didn't get the memo until he met a tragic end. Now, Carmelo is sitting in jail with a $1 million bond as of right now. But I'm going to show you the folks here. The folks are upset. Let me show you on the screen why the folks are upset. The folks are upset by this on Give, Send, Go. Now, Carmelo Anthony, as of right now, has raised $406,000 for his defense. The folks are very, very upset by this. They upset because they're saying that this isn't right. Black people, they supported this murderer. Oh, look how sick black people are. Well, let me show you something. This is Daniel Penny. Daniel Penny on the same platform is still receiving money after he got off of the crime. He's still receiving money. I want y'all to see this. As recent as 2 days ago, he received $10. Now, the largest donations that Daniel Penny has received, Tim Pool, which is a podcaster, he sent him, what he sent him $20,000? Vivek Ramaswamy sent him $10,000. All these people was giving, and you remember what Daniel Penny did? He came from behind like a coward and choked the life out of Jordan Neely, right? But these folks were saying, "Oh, well, he was saving people. He was doing this. He was doing that," right? That's why we need to give this guy $3.3 million. But if Carmelo Anthony receives any dime, all you black people, y'all are just evil. Let me get on the screen and tell you why. Let me tell you why them folks react that way, okay? And let's talk about history for a minute. These people, in their DNA, believe in the Casual Killing Act. Now, you may say, what is that? It's called the Casual Killing Act of 1669, a law that was passed in colonial Virginia. And it said that the law stated that if a white person killed an enslaved a black person while disciplining them, it would not be considered a felony. It said a rationale enslaved black people were considered property, and killing them during punishment was seen as an unintentional incident, hence casual. They said that exact wording said is, if any slave resists his master and by the extremity of the correction should chance to die, the master should be free of all punishment. And this is why they can support Daniel Penny, because wrapped in their DNA is a casual killing act. But not wrapped in their DNA is a black person defending himself. You're supposed to sit here, let them do whatever the hell they want to do to us, right? And even take our life, and we're supposed to lay down and let that happen as black people. How dare you, Carmelo Anthony, defend yourself from a bully and a tyrant? How dare you? How dare you, black people, support Carmelo Anthony no different than they supported Daniel Penny? How dare you? We supposed to be able to take your life at any given time that we want to, for whatever the reason, but you better not defend yourself against us being an aggressor, and then your community better not support that person. That's what that is. Now, let's continue. It said legally protecting slave owners from the consequences they killed an enslaved person while asserting authority. It reinforced the idea that enslaved black people were not fully human in the eyes of the law, but rather property. The act was part of a broader system of slave codes designed to maintain control and suppress rebellion. Now, I say about today, it highlights how systemic racism and white supremacy were built, to the U.S. law early on, shaping the legal and social landscape, for centuries. This is why they feel they can do whatever they want to do to black people, and that's it, because it's encoded. See, the culture of anti-black racism, that is encoded. I can do whatever I want to do to black folk, and they can't. They better not say nothing. But the moment they do anything equal to, the moment they say an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth, the moment they say that, oh my God, no, that's not how it's supposed to be. Austin should have kept his hands off of Karmelo, point blank. Austin should have got a school administrator, a police officer, somebody to get involved with that situation, because they had people there to get involved, right? This Austin guy was 6'4". Carmelo's a short guy. Heard Austin's father, who was arrested with some sort of SA charge. A lot going on in his family. But if the role was reversed, and if Karmelo would have put his hands on Austin, and Austin told him, if you touch me, watch what happened, and Karmelo would have did it, and Austin would have poked him, them same folks would be like, well, that's self-defense. Well, didn't he tell him not to touch him? Didn't he warn him, touch me and see what happens? So he got what he got what he deserved, because he shouldn't have put his hands on people. Why don't they keep them hands to themselves? Why are they so violent? Right? But when the roles reverse, you're crying holy hell. No. The black community should support Carmelo Anthony just as much so as they supported Daniel Penny. And that is the truth. Carmelo Anthony stood his ground. And him and his family should not feel no way about it. You don't let nobody attack you. Well, what is he doing with a knife? What is he doing with this and that and the third? That knife would never came into play if Austin would have kept his hands to himself. Nothing about what Karmelo was allegedly sitting was warranting physical force. Once again, there were police officers that could have been called. There were school administrators that could have been called. A whole lot could have been done. But when you think you run around here can do whatever the hell you want because you part of the folks community, and then you can just mess with black people? See, that's the difference with FBAs. FBAs not going to let you just mess with us like that. Now, you can try that
in other parts of the world, they got some other black folks, unfortunately, some of them on the continent, that'll sit up here and let you do whatever you want to. But when you mess with FBAs, it's a little bit different situation. Keep your hands to yourself. Leave FBAs alone. It's just that simple. But all that crying and acting like a victim and talking about black people raising money for, man, y'all better not ever let them say a word to y'all about that. They gave $3.3 million to Daniel Penny. And we had the tape of what he did. And people were tapping him, hey, man, let him go. He out, man, let him go. And they still gave to that. Because to them, the Casual Killing Act. So, yeah, as black people, we need to watch this case. We need to watch this case very closely. And not let them pull no, I'm white and I say so on this case. No. If you got to stand your ground law, it works for everybody, right? It's not going to work for one group and the other group can't stand their ground. Keep your hands to yourself. And a lot of these things won't